Welcome back to myself and to others. That light is beaming on me. I'm like super bright. Um, I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and I took some time out for myself just because I needed that time for myself, and self matters. But what I wanted to talk about today is a post that I had made on the Facebook group page, Finding Me. The post is a meme, and it says, I'm reading it off my phone, just so you know. It says, one of the hardest decisions you'll ever face in life is choosing whether to walk away or try harder. The reason I chose this is because that is, as someone said, a very big challenge. Not only that, I think it was that weekend, I had learned so much. And it made me look at myself, do a self-check, a mirror check, you know. I'm going to confess first and say that I am one who is very passionate. And when I'm passionate about something, it can sometimes come across as me being aggressive or me being defensive, or it doesn't come off as me being in a good manner. I'll put it that way. When I believe in something and I have something that I'm standing by wholeheartedly, I give it my all and I put my all in it, and I won't back down. That's just who I am. That's how I am. I've always been that type of person, but I've noticed as I get, I'm not going to say older, as I get more experienced in life, it's becoming more stern and strong. And some people don't, they don't take kindly to that. And that's perfectly okay. But it made me think about other people, when others are having to make a decision of whether to keep fighting or to fall back, try harder, let it go. What I can say is only you know what your time, your energy, your muscles, your being, your heart, your soul, your stress, your everything is worth. If you are in it to prove a point, then there's no reason for you to keep fighting, because you're not proving anything to anyone but yourself. And this is just for everything. This isn't just for relationships. This is just for life in general, because I'm not a person that gives up. And for me to give up, it means I've done everything I have possibly imagined possible. It could work this way. It could work that way. In order for me to give up, I have to meet all of those criteria. I have to cross all of my T's. I have to dot all of my I's. I have to reread and recorrect and, try a different route. That's the only way I'll ever give up. And even then, I don't consider it giving up. I consider that being a statement as I've done all I can. There is nothing more that I can do. Now I have to let go. But like I was saying, whatever you're into, only you can make that decision as to knowing when to push forward and fight and try harder, or when to fall back and let it go. Sometimes we don't like to let go because we're scared of what is going to happen in the outcome. It may not turn out the way you want it to turn out. It may not happen the way you want it to happen. It may turn out the way you want it to turn out. It may happen the way you want it to happen. Everything may come out perfect. Then again, everything may turn out to be not so perfect. But sometimes we have to let go and let nature take its course. Let the universe, the energy, your faith, your belief, your religion, whatever it is that you depend on that pulls you through those tough times when you don't know whether to fight harder or fall back, let that happen and let it take its course. Let it do what it's supposed to do. Some people say they have a hard time dealing with that, with faith-wise. And that's that part of not knowing what's going to happen. It's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Oh my God, I don't know this, I don't know that. In reality, none of us know what's best for us. Yet we continue to live life not knowing. That alone speaks a lot about faith. You don't know if you're going to be here within another hour, within another minute, within another second. But you have faith to keep living. If you have enough faith to keep living when you don't even know if you're going to continue living the next second, you can have enough faith to get through whatever it is that you're fighting and pressing to make it through. It's hard. You want to cry. You want to give up. You want to fight. You want to scream. You want to shout. That's okay. Go through all of those emotions. Go through all of those things. Because sometimes that's what it takes in order for you to let go. Not give up. To let go. And let it happen. Don't beat yourself up about it if it doesn't turn out the way you would have liked it to be. Don't beat yourself up about it if it doesn't happen the way you want it to happen. It happens the way it needs to happen, the way it's supposed to happen. What you put in, you get out. Know yourself. In order for you to know when to give up, when to let go, when to stop trying, you have to know when you have reached your limit. And the only way you know that is by knowing yourself. Like I said, don't do it for other people's approval. Don't do it to prove it to anyone else, because you're not proving anything to anyone but yourself. No one else. Sometimes, here's a better way to acknowledge it. When you want to let it take its course and let it happen the way it's supposed to happen. The old saying is you can't mix oil and water, which is very true. Now, you can put oil and water in the same container, pot, pan, bowl, cup, whatever. And you can stir it up. The truth is, you're going to see little speckles of oil everywhere. But when you put two things, compounds, chemicals, combustions, whatever you want to call it, together, and you can mix them up, let that happen. Let it be what it's going to be. Sometimes it's a negative and a positive. Sometimes it's two positives. Sometimes it's two negatives. But just let it work it out. Let it work itself out. You can't force it. If you've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and you've done everything you can do, especially if you're involved with someone or like something that is just not bending the way you want it to bend and working the way you want it to work, you have to let it go. You cannot do it alone. There is nothing in this world you can do alone but sleep. And I can't even sleep alone because I can't sleep in my bed by myself. I'm sorry. But there's nothing in this world you can do alone. So know yourself. Know what's worth your stress, your struggles, your cries, your worries, your fight, your energy. Because whatever you put your energy into, you're going to get something out of it. Whether it's good energy or bad energy, you're going to get something out of it. But know yourself enough to know what's worthy of you and what you're worthy of. Know when you need to give up. Know when you need to let go. Know when you need to keep pushing forward and keep pressing forward and keep trying. Sometimes, like I said, it's just best to let go and let things work out for themselves. Enjoy a surprise, whether it's good or bad. You can plan for the best and prepare for the worst when it comes to situations like this. And like I said, if you have faith to believe that you can continue living for the next second, you have faith to believe that you're going to make it through whatever you're going through. Learn something from whatever you're going through. If you can't fix it, don't stress about it. If you can fix it, get up and do something about it. With that being said, I am going to close this out. I'm still waiting to hear back from the domestic violence shelter that I was looking, and I'm still looking to interview on. I have not spoke to that officer yet, and that's just because I want to go one step at a time. I don't want to overdo or exhaust myself, so I'm going to go one step at a time. We'll go one step at a time and one thing at a time. Share the video, comment, like, dislike, suggestions, involve teenagers. Please, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I am not the only one that can post, speak, and so forth. I want everybody to get involved because I'm not just a teacher. I'm also a student. Love you guys. Happy Friday and enjoy the weekend.